welcome to Betty and Veronica Forum. Let's begin by meeting our distinguished panel. Dr. Elaine Jacobs Westerberg, author of the bestseller Exploding the Veronica Mystique. Dalton Barnhart, a professor at the University of California, Berkeley, who teaches a course entitled Comparative Feminine Archetypes in Archie. And Congressman Mike Keller, who heads up the Betty and Veronica Commission in Washington, D.C. Thank you all for joining me. Now, we'll start tonight with some general comments and observations. Elaine.
When we talk about Betty and Veronica, we're talking about two very complicated and sometimes contradictory personalities. Betty is the classic enabler. She's a willing victim, and while that can be attractive, sooner or later it does become a major liability. Now, Veronica, due to her wealthy upbringing and her domineering father, is aggressive. Some would say rude. But the fact that she's chosen to attend a public school shows that deep down, she longs to be a normal teenager.
Well, now, either that or she's just not very bright.
And Betty is?
Well, I'm sorry, but have you ever seen Veronica read anything but a fashion magazine?
Oh, you and your tired, predictable cheap shots.
It's the truth.
Here we go.
No, the truth is that sex with Veronica would be better than sex with Betty.
All right, at first, yes.
Whoa. What do you mean at first?
Gentlemen, please, can we stay on target?
No, I want to know what he means.
Okay, what I mean is that Veronica, I'm sorry, is a cold bitch, which... Granted, is exciting, but that song and dance is going to get old, especially when she becomes addicted to Valium and starts to drink earlier and earlier in the day. Now, Betty, on the other hand, is going to last the distance.
Betty is boring.
She is not.
Yes, she is, and she's going to let herself get fat just like her mother, Mrs. Cooper.
Hey, Mrs. Cooper is a very attractive middle-aged woman.
Now, settle down, everyone, please. Okay, now let's talk for a moment about the controversial new study out of Rutgers University. Now, as you know, it suggests that Betty and Veronica are actually the same woman, but with different colored hair.
That is patently ridiculous. Betty and Veronica are polar opposites.
Elaine, I couldn't agree more. Betty is inferior to Veronica and will remain so until the day she dies.
Dalton. If you think Veronica is going to grow old gracefully, wake up and smell the plastic surgery.
Whoa. Who cares if she goes under the knife? She has the money.
No, her dad has the money.
Her dad, what's the difference?
Look, the point is she's going to end up looking just like Phyllis Diller.
No. No, the point is she'll be a trophy wife who will end up in all my friends' dreams, including yours.
Well, that brings up a very interesting point that I'd like to follow up.
Wait, just a minute here. Marriage is more than just physical. I mean, what about the domestic side, like cooking, creating a home, raising a family?
Well, so what about it? Veronica would make a wonderful mother.
You've got to be kidding. She'll be just like Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Excuse me, Dalton, which brings me to another point. Veronica is going to sleep around like crazy. She'll be the town joke.
Oh, now you're getting desperate.
Desperate nothing. Look how she jumps back and forth between Archie and Reggie.
Well, so does Betty.
Yes, but Betty doesn't have sex with them.
Well, as if Veronica does. Besides, Archie is gay and Reggie is impotent.
Dalton, I think you've gone off the deep end now.
No, just think about it for a minute. Archie has the two most beautiful women in the world fighting over him. In the last 40 years, he's never made a move on either one. Now, I would say that is pretty suspect, okay?
Well, Jughead's not gay, and I'll bet he's great in a sack.
Well, where do you get that idea?
Oh, come on. His constant eating. That nose and that crown. Oh, come on, that speaks volumes.
Excuse me, though, but Jughead's never had a girlfriend, though.
Oh, that's because they all bore him.
Well, of course, Betty bores him.
Betty is not boring, Dalton.
No, I'm sorry, but we are out of time, and I thank you all for your thoughtful insights. And join us next week when we'll take a look at Betty and Veronica's real-life counterparts, Marianne and Ginger. Good night.